Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for Banking 101. It's the first of three in our foundational series. I'm Caitlin Moore. I'm the Financial Literacy Manager here at UBT, and we're going to be talking about Banking 101. So when you walk into a branch, what are you going to see? Who are you going to talk to? Why are they there? What do they do? So it's really the basics of how a branch works. So to start off with, we're going to talk about what are the differences between a branch and a drive-through. So a branch is a physical location of a bank. That's where you can actually go and receive face-to-face services. A branch is where you would go to deposit money or withdraw money from your account. You could apply for loans, use your safe deposit box, which we'll go through towards the end, and discuss any other financial needs. Different branches do different things. All of them, you can set up accounts, but sometimes if you're looking for more in-depth financial advice, maybe it's with investments or retirement services, you might have to go to a particular branch, especially with UBT, but it is at a branch. So we have plenty of branches within Lincoln and Nebraska and even into Kansas. It's all located on our website. The other one is a drive-through. The drive-throughs are the lanes located at the bank branches that are designed to help you without getting out of your car. So right now in 2020, things have really changed in how we bank just on a temporary basis, but our drive-throughs are offering a lot more services so that you do not have to get out of your car for social distancing reasons. Not all branches have drive-throughs. So if you are looking for a drive-through, you're going to want to hop on the internet and look up our branches that have drive-throughs, though a lot of them do, not all of them do. So we want to make sure that you're getting to the right branch if you are going to use the drive-through. We also offer just random ATMs that are drive-up ATMs. So if you're just looking to withdraw some money, you can find those on our website, also at ubt.com. So that should help you out too. I'm thinking of a particular stop where there's a random ATM in a parking lot, but it's for UBT. So that's one of those where you're not going to talk to anyone, but you could get some money out if you needed some cash. Moving on, who are you going to see at the bank? This is super important. It could also be very intimidating for folks who don't use a branch very often, who don't talk to people one-on-one. UBT prides themselves on having one-on-one interaction with customers. So we want to make sure you're getting to the right place and you're talking to the right person. So let's talk about who you're going to meet at the branch. There's a list of people here: support staff, tellers, personal bankers, loan officers, branch managers, assistant branch managers. They're all there and they all do different things. And that's what I want to talk about so that we know when we're walking into a branch, who are we looking for? The first person you're probably going to see in most of our UBT branches are support staff. And they're going to be your first stop. They're going to be there closer to the door and they're going to greet you, maybe offer you a cookie, which are really good there at UBT, and connect you with the right person. So they might ask, "Hi, how can I help you today?" And if you're there to deposit money, they're going to send you over to the teller line. But if you need to talk about a loan, they're going to get you to the right person. So they're kind of that central person that helps navigate you through the branch to get you to the right person so that you don't have to walk around and try to figure it out blindly. So they're great. We've got some really great support staff at various UBT branches, and they will always be the first one you talk to. The next ones are the tellers. They deal most of the time directly with the customers with cash handling. So if you're coming in with anything money related, deposits, so you're trying to deposit some checks or cash or coins or withdraw, they're the ones you're going to talk to. They're also the ones that you're going to talk to when you're in the drive-through, and they're going to help with money orders, account management. Most of the time when somebody's walking into a branch, that's where they're going to go, is to a teller. The next one is personal bankers. They help clients identify financial goals and recommend specific products. So if you were to come into the branch and say, "I would like to open up a checking account," our support staff is going to send you over to a personal banker. So they're going to talk through if you need a checking and a savings or a certain type of checking, if you need a debit card or credit card, things like that. So they're going to look at what we call the products at the bank and see what best fits your financial needs. You can open any of those products like the accounts or credit cards, or even manage your account with a personal banker. So they're the ones that are going to sit down with you, have a chat about what you need, and then the teller will continue to help you when you're depositing or withdrawing or even just account management. The next group of folks that you will talk to are loan officers. They assist with applications for home loans, car loans, ready loans, as we call them, and more. So there's various loans that we have at UBT, and they could all be found at ubt.com. But our loan officers are the ones that are going to get you going on those loans. So they're going to ask for a lot more information, but very specific to the type of loan that you need. So you could talk to a mortgage loan officer or a car loan officer. They might be two different people, but our loan officers are there to help you with particular loans and all the paperwork that goes with it. Assistant branch managers are typically responsible for handling operations, daily operations at the bank. So if there are questions that the tellers have that maybe you have that they can't answer, they might bring the assistant managers into it. Also, the managers are right there with the assistant managers, and they help oversee kind of how the whole branch is functioning. So everything from the operations side to the back office things to employees and just overall performance. So we kind of have a chain of command as you see, just as things get a little more complicated or a little more in depth, we might bring some assistant branch managers or the branch managers in, but they're all there. They're all there at the branches. Sometimes the loan officers don't work at specific branches. So that's one of those that if you're looking for a specific thing, you may want to call ahead to the branch that's closest to you to see if they do have the personnel that you would like to talk to. But most of the time we can get something for you or refer you to a branch that's close by also. So let's talk services at the bank. So we have people that do different things, but what are the services that we offer at a typical branch? And there are a number of things, and this list is not limited to exactly what we do, but we're going to look at 2 pages here. So you can open up bank accounts there, checking, savings account. You can put money in, so deposit or withdraw money to get cash out. You could apply for loans or credit cards. You could use safe deposit boxes, and we'll go into what that is. We offer services like financial planning, so that can be with real estate or wills or things like that. Business banking, so if you own your own business, feel free to come in. We can open up accounts for that also. I do want to talk about security. Excuse me, I thought this was 2 pages, but it's not. But we offer a lot of services at the bank. So anytime you need anything bank-wise, feel free to come in, and we're going to connect you with the right person. And UBT is not the only ones that offer these services. I'm speaking in terms of UBT, but most banks offer these services. So that's what's inside a branch. That's what's going on inside of a branch, all these types of services. And again, it's not limited to this list. One of the things that we find when people are a little leery to come into banks or utilize banks, it's because of security reasons. So I know culturally, there's some cultural barriers within different countries around the world about how banks are serviced. And so I did want to go over just what security looks like. So when you're coming into a bank and you're leaving your money there, what happens to your money? How do you know that it's safe? And so some of the security at the bank, we do at UBT, we have secured doors. So you really can't get into the branch unless somebody buzzes you in, or if you use your debit card to swipe as an ID card, and it will allow you to get into the branch. So we do have a lot of security around our bank and the employees inside and you as a customer. You need to always bring your ID because we want to make sure you are who you say you are. So anytime that you're inside of a branch, bring some form of ID so that we can make sure that we are servicing the right person. Safe deposit boxes need keys. You will have a copy of the key, and the bank does. And in order to get into these boxes, which we'll go through, both keys have to be present. So that's another form of security in order to get valuables out of your safe deposit box. We as a bank will never give out your account information, and we suggest you don't either. Never give out your account information to anybody asking, especially online credentials, but we will never do that. Most advertisements you'll see FDIC insured, and FDIC insured we are FDIC insured up to $250,000 per account owner. So if I open up a checking account at UBT and there's fraud on my account, FDIC insurance actually means that I will get that money back. It's an insurance policy basically for your account. And it's up to $250,000 per person on the account. So there's a lot of insurance that goes on with the money that you're putting in the bank, just in case there was fraud involved. Our staff is trained to ask questions and to take precautions. They undergo security training twice a year and are often tested and regularly audited. So what this means is, as a bank teller or a banker or a loan officer, they're trained to ask a lot of questions. There's security measures taken when somebody's depositing a certain amount of money, if it's over a certain amount. They'll ask a lot of questions if maybe you seem a little off about what you're doing, if you're hesitant. That's how we actually fight a lot of scams, is because our normal customers that come in, our regular customers that come in, if they're seeming a little agitated, or maybe their words are a little off, we actually ask a lot of questions just to make sure that you're okay and nobody's dealing with any fraud. And so we take a lot of precautions when it comes to you as our customer. We like to get to know you, just to make sure that your account is safe and everything's going okay for you. We have a lot of accountability. Just legally, there's a lot of accountability behind a bank and how it's serviced and how it services its customers. So there's layers and layers of security behind what we're doing. And then staff approaches you personally rather than a one-size-fits-all. UBT, this is kind of my little sales pitch, I guess, for UBT. We do pride ourselves on one-on-one interaction with folks. So during this pandemic, I know a lot of banks are shifting to a lot of online. People are working from home. You're seeing less and less of the bank employees within the branch, but UBT is not. We're still there, and we want to get to know you personally. So a lot of our customers come to the same branch, and we get to know them by name. It doesn't mean we're still not asking for ID, because we want to make sure that your money is safe and you're safe. But we approach you personally. We love to get to know your story, get to know families, things like that. So we're going to approach you and get to know you, because it's just part of the security process, but it's also because the employees at UBT love what they do and they want to get to know the customers that they see on a regular basis. Let's talk quickly about safe deposit boxes. So these are boxes which you can rent within a bank to keep certain things in. These boxes are located in the vault, so the bank vault that is locked every day. You can't get in there without security measures, and it's fireproof also. So there's some things that you can put in your safe deposit box to keep it safe, that's why they have them. And then there's things that you shouldn't put in there, which we'll go over. But in order to access your safe deposit box, you have to have a key, and the branch has a key. So only certain people at the branch, certain employees, can actually use these keys along with you to open up your box. So you'll have a number with your key, and the bank associate will open the box for you. So they'll take your key, their key, and open it up at the same time, and then leave you with your box to do whatever business you have within that box. Costs vary. There's different sizes of boxes in the vault. We currently have 4 sizes available, and they vary in cost on a monthly basis. And you do not have to have an account with UBT to use one of their safe deposit boxes. So you can rent it regardless of whether you are a customer of ours or not. So let's talk about what goes into a safe deposit box, because this is where I think there's some confusion on what it is. So it's this box within the vault that's locked every night, and it's fireproof. So we can see from right there that valuables can go into this box to keep them safe. So things that you may want to put in your box are documents such as wills, trusts, passports, social security cards, maybe things that you don't use on the daily basis, but you want to keep those papers safe, especially because our boxes are fireproof. Some people put jewelry in them just to keep those safe, and again, fireproof, so we know where they are and we're keeping them safe. And the personal items that you don't want to lose that are valuable. A lot of times we're getting the paperwork that go into safe deposit boxes. Some things that we do not suggest putting in your box and we ask you not to put in your box: weapons, illegal substances, illegal objects, cash, or other currency. So some people we have found put money from other countries. Maybe they travel a lot and they'll put that currency in their safe deposit box. We ask that you don't do that just for liability reasons. So really they're there for, documents, jewelry, personal items that you don't want to lose. But safe deposit boxes are not big boxes. They're not, the size of closets. They're variable sizes, as I've said, but they're not huge. So it's really the little things that we want to keep safe in our fireproof vault. So that is what a safe deposit box is. So those are all the components of what you're going to see, what you're going to do, what kind of services are in a branch, and the people that you're going to meet. This was a really quick webinar just to give you an overview. There's a lot more that goes into how branches function, but for the everyday customer, that's what you're going to experience. And if you ever needed to get connected with a branch or have questions about branches, how they work, how they function, who's there, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to get you connected. I am the financial literacy manager and I work with nonprofits here in the Lincoln area. And so my job is really, if you need to connect you to the branch that's closest to you. So I'm happy to help with that or answer questions prior to you going in there. I know there's a lot of reservations with some folks about going into a branch or even using a bank. And if we can be of any help to kind of calm the nerves of what's happening inside a branch, and when you put money in there, are you going to be able to get it back out? The answer is yes. And so we want to help you understand how banks work and how we thrive and how you can thrive with your money in a UBT bank. So feel free to reach out to me. Again, I'm Caitlin Moore. That's my phone number there and my email. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions. But I just thank you for joining me today on the first of our 3 foundation series. And these will all be online in the future, so you can access them at any time. So thanks so much for your time. And I just hope you have a great day. Thank you.